Hello, hello.
Good evening, folks.
All 5 of you, 8 of you. Wow. 8 people watching, 7 people watching. Oh, it's these guys. Oh, okay. Let's get Rich a little more in there. Hope you can hear us all right. We're trying a new audio setup, so let us know. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know how things are sounding, folks.
We don't know how we sound. We tested it. But
we tested it. It worked. It was sounding all right.
Let's
see what's broadcasting. Let us know.
Turn off the volume on my phone before opening up the video so we can... Well, it looks clear. Nice, nice. Pause that.
There we are.
Let's switch it over to the live chat. Who do we got in the chat tonight? We've got Scott Nickerson, first in the door.
Evening.
We got our 2R3 Locking Nut.
Hey, buddy.
We got Fender Guru himself.
G'day.
We got Dry Heat 480.
Hello.
Somebody says sounds good. Fender Guru does.
Awesome.
Good.
I like it when things work.
Yeah. So basically, we just got a Beta 58 up above us, hanging. Well, we're using basically my vocal mic and my mic stand, running through the sound system. We just put an extra preamp.
Resourceful, folks.
Zach Thong's in the house. Quentin James is in the house. Sean Zimmerman's in the house.
Hello.
Yeah. We got 9 people watching and 4 thumbs ups. It only says 3 on mine, but I like that. I like that stat better. So, how's it been over the last 7 days, sir?
Not too bad, not too bad.
New vehicle in the works?
New vehicle in the works. I wish it was by choice, but it...
that was going to be the fault. By choice? Hunter's in the house.
Yeah, no, that's underway. Played the guitar I absolutely loved the other day.
Oh?
Yeah, they've got a Ibanez AF-75 in it.
Yeah, the used one?
Yeah,
I saw
the Blueburst.
Yeah, I saw the...
Oh, with the Duncan Jazz bucker in the neck.
When you mentioned the Les Paul, I went on the website to check out the Les Paul that you were talking about because, Mary, I think it was one of those I didn't get the first text.
$399 with case?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
If you're looking for a hollow body, folks, $399 Canadian with case.
Bumblebest is in the house.
Blueburst, Ibanez. It's Seymour Duncan Jazz bucker in the neck. It's a fabulous
And we're
guitar.
not just saying that because Ardens is a sponsor of ours.
I'm not getting any commission if Sean sells the guitar any sooner, but I'd be kind of choked because I kind of want it myself. But
I always say, if you do make a purchase through Ardens, drop our name. I'm not saying you'll get a better deal, but it lets them know that where you heard from. Our metal stage is in the house.
That the words
Bumblebest.
Yeah, it's a beauty.
Nice, yeah. I haven't had a chance to stop in, and I'm trying not to.
Though I'm gonna have to avoid.
It's at the Belleville store too, isn't it?
No, it's in Trenton.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, again,
4-minute
drive.
I'm gonna have to try and avoid there for a while until I see it's disappeared off the website because I can get myself in trouble with that.
I assume Fender Guru. I assume you mean my vape. Said it sounds like something else through the mic. That's funny. Hey, Jim Guidry's in the house. So, let's see. I got to try my first Stripe Series guitar last Friday night.
I saw evidence of this, yeah.
During the Night of Metal. So, yeah, next time there's one of those events going on, because I know you were hit and miss of whether or not you could even make it out. Yeah. But definitely, yeah, once I found out we had Wi-Fi there, so any Styx event, we'll go down, we can go live. Yeah. Hang out with these cats, show them some local live music. They were digging it. So, yeah, and I only told you about part 1. I went live again. Like, I did the Rise of Dissension. We hung out for a bit. Then I went live again. I had Dan give me a heads up. I'm like, let me know when you're 5 minutes out. So he said, yeah, 5 minutes. I was outside. Boom, we go live. I was hanging out with Andrew again from Rise of Dissension. So we did a little stand-up for 30 seconds. And then I went inside just as they're getting ready. And then I shot the first song. They opened with War. Go figure, album title, track. And so I shot that right in with the fact, like, when Joe and John get in their dueling guitar leads. Here, here, here. Oh, they're doing it together? Let's zoom in and show both, because they're just, and they were playing it up too, so they're just right in front of each other, posing up. I'm like, yeah, let's get this in.
Ah, nice.
I'm shooting with my left hand, I'm pushing off the mosh pit with the right. Jeez, I felt like I was in my 30s again.
Non-existent fantasticness.
Yeah.
I'm kind of bummed that I missed that, but
Vehicle
died.
I set up a thing with them that I think, remember before I was telling you during a practice I was going to go over, but now we're going to do a full band practice. The idea is they'll play a couple of songs. We'll sit down, do an interview with them, 5-10 minutes, maybe some Q&A. Then they'll get up, play a couple more songs. Kind of a live from Daryl's house type thing, except it'd be live from Joe Heidig's house.
Cool.
Since he lives just down the road from me.
Yeah, just around the corner.
Hey, look who made it. Mr. BHB himself made it.
Who's that?
Exactly. Who is that? That's funny. That's funny. I don't care who you are. So yeah, did the metal thing. Paid for it working on Saturday.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling too well because, I didn't get home till like 1 in the morning. And, you're wired from a metal show.
Yeah.
I didn't get a lot of sleep. And then Sunday, did a Sunday hangout with Johnny Bean. That was fun. Guys, check that out. That's that's a few vids back. And yeah, I've been live a lot the last. I think I'm averaging 1 a day with these 2-a-day deals and stuff. Mm-hmm. So then Tuesday, being the birthday, thank you. Bruce and I did a 2-hour show from work. He just manned the show while I dealt with customers and stuff. So he did a yeoman's job. It was great. Apparently he liked that. So we went live for 2 hours, then left work, went home, did 2 hours on Johnny Bean's show. That was awesome. Well, I'm always away on vacation. You can't book gigs the second half of May because I'm gone. So I don't do anything for my birthday. So it's like, well, what do you do? I'm like, well, I hang out with the YouTube community just as much as I hang out with you, so why don't we do a virtual birthday party type thing? Johnny's already on. People can have a few pints. They don't have to worry about driving or, cabbing it, what have you.
I fell asleep on the couch at 7:30 and missed it.
My mom was there. Cousin Doug showed up. Yeah, it was interesting. So, yeah, good times. And then Dry Heat 480 called me out and he goes, you have to go live the next day at lunch. We got to see how hungover you're going to be in. Yep. Hangover, it got rid of about 5, 6 p.m. Enough time that I could get home, eat some dinner. And
one of those nice all-dayers. Yeah. They're always good fun.
Artillery locking it says, cool, I just got a notification. Ben Coombs is live. I'll be back. Hunter was saying he subbed to Mr. Bruce. Yeah, Hunter tunes in a lot for a drummer. But he supports the scene. He's local. He supports the scene. Mm-hmm. We've actually had a drummer on this show.
My forehead looks extremely red on the screen.
Yeah. Me too. All right. What else we got going?
It's really sunny today.
So we mentioned one of our sponsors. We didn't mention Renofin Guitars.
We have not mentioned Renofin Guitars. RenofinGuitars.ca. Check them out. Really cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Makers of very fine.
Until that company gets back to me, I'm not shouting them out until they get back to me again. We're at that point, dude. I was like, yeah, we haven't heard from them in a few weeks, so I'm not giving them a shout out. Certain pedal company.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. So, forget it.
Yeah, well, I mean.
We did that. I'm not sharing the show, because why start now? So, yes, let's see here. Digitech, retooling. I've heard a couple of things on it. The Tone King talked about it the other day.
Other than DOD being...
DOD is gone again, which honestly, they just got back.
Which is kind of depressing in a way, because I was hoping to see the re-release of the FX75 flanger, but never got that.
Oh, Johnny Bean. Hey, y'all, checking in from San Ramon, California.
Cool.
Yeah, so they've...
Evening, John.
They're not shutting down. It's not for sale. They're retooling. they eliminated DOD to go with, which I'm guessing what happened was they brought him back 2 years ago. They kind of re-released some pedals, but then they tried some new stuff. And I'm like, if you're going to relaunch a brand, don't be giving me the new stuff. Yeah, we don't want the new stuff. That's like, if I'm going to go see, let's say, Leonard Skinner, I don't want it, the first thing out of their mouth is, you know, I want to hear On the Hunt. You know, I don't want any of the new stuff. Yeah, no. So yeah, retooling. So we'll see what happens there. So it's like the typical. So they're owned by Harman, which is owned by Samsung, I believe.
Yeah, there's some big convoluted deal there.
We'll see on that. Yeah, I was accused of name dropping a lot recently. Well, I like to cite my sources, and I give credit where credit's due. So that's all I'm saying on that. That was random. Johnny knows what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna give a shout out. There's a new, oh crap, that's what I totally forgot to do, because I was going to do it on Tuesday night, but then I got kind of lit. I got to send out a bunch of invites. I'm going to send, if you're on Facebook and you're friends with me, if you're not already a fan of the page, I'm going to send an invite. I told Caleb I would. Caleb's got a new band. Nerd Halen.
Ah, yes. All right, there we are.
Yeah, see, I shared it.
I got something the other day.
Potter saw it, right, and he's like,
what the heck is this?
he just laughed at it, thinking it was a meme, because you see a guy doing the scissor kicks with the glasses on and stuff. I was like, no, and I messaged him. I was like, no, that's Caleb's band. He goes, oh, okay, yeah, because he knows Caleb from the Facebook group and stuff. So, yeah, Nerd Halen, check him out. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. He's using the Chemtrails guitar and his new stainless. You haven't seen the stainless one?
No.
Oh. All right, hang on. Instagram.
This just sounds like an ocular disaster waiting to happen.
Oh no, it's gorgeous.
I don't doubt that it is, but it just. Oh, all right. So it's not actually like. All right. Well, that's pretty sweet.
I figured it's Caleb playing, so we can play it on here. Oh, now he's playing another band's stuff there, so we'll just mute that again. So. And I'll turn down the brightness so you guys will actually be able to see the next thing I show. So yeah, Caleb Rappaport has Nerd Halen on the go. It's gonna be cool. I think they'll start out all dressed as nerds, and throughout the set, you know, kind of lose some of the nerd clothing.
Get more and more rock as the night goes on. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. So yeah, the stainless and
I love that. I love the Contrails one.
Yeah. So. Yes. Caleb Rappaport, Nerd Halen. Check him out.
Very cool.
So that's news. Because as far as I'm concerned, that's industry news. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you know it's got a new project going. Another video people should check out. I think everyone pretty much knows the Tone King. He is one of the originators of guitar channels.
Yeah.
A really, really educational video. And I'm not talking the Charvel collection, which again, that was nice. Made me kind of want to buy a Charvel. Until I was talking to Steve Anderson, and now I don't want a Charvel. So, Steve Anderson will give you the lowdown. Because I figured he owns both EVH guitars and Charvels, so he'd be the guy to talk to. Where was I going with that? No, we're not doing that. Crap. Man, I lost my train of thought there. Oh yeah, Tone King. The 4 food groups, it's called. And he basically covers
the 4 food groups of Fender.
Yeah. Great video. Great. Very informative. Great video. I enjoy it. It opened my eyes on Mexican builds. Like, I always thought, you know, is an American guitar built in Mexico? No. They're not even using the same hardware. They're not even using the same woods. And it sounds like they're not even sending the second best wood to even Mexico. They're getting the third and fourth best wood for some reason. Which, I don't know, there's something hinky going on there. Like, why are you sending better wood all the way to China than you would use at the Mexican plant 50 miles away? Wow, I missed a lot here. Scrolling. Alright, read that. Okay, so Hunter says, drummer by heart, guitarist to get the chicks. You know how it is. Yeah, buddy.
If only that were true, buddy. Drummers I know I'll get laid pretty good.
It just reminded me of Phil McKnight the other day was telling a story about when they met Van Halen. A buddy of his went and he said, I didn't get laid in high school because I spent all the time in high school trying to learn Eruption. And Eddie's comeback was, yeah, but I bet you got laid once you learned it. We said hated him. Blues Manus Guitar Arts in the house. Ben, did you know Keith Richards' Telecaster named Malcolm is a 67 as well? I do, and that's why my 67 is named Keith. Thanks, though. Thanks for the trivia. Good trivia, though, buddy. Saying hey to Johnny Bean. Apparently, Johnny just ate a sandwich. Breaking news, Johnny ate a sandwich.
That's my kind of man.
Hey, Ben and y'all. Belated happy birthday.
Up with sandwich pride.
Keep on vaping. Gotta be better than Siggy's, yes? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's from Clive 54. Clive 54 is new.
Clive, let me tell you, way better.
They're saying hey.
Stink the house up. Stink your hands up.
Oh. Apparently Bruce had Chick-fil-A for dinner.
Guy's cancer.
I've never been involved with Facebook. Wonder if I'm missing anything good. No, not really. Just a lot of pointless memes. And
yeah, cats and angry political rants.
Yep. Hey, Blackie DH is in the house. Scott Nixon wants Steve Anderson to build a similar gray to Caleb's. Yeah, that makes sense. David Ennis is in the house. I don't know if I said hey to David Ennis earlier. David Ennis is in here. Oh, right. Right. Not R2. Simon Williams. That's who we're talking about, Bruce. Close, though. Thank you. So, I had a question come up. We're talking various guitars, and there's a certain model guitar I refuse to own. Gibson SG. I refuse to own. I will never own one unless
I'm well aware of your
I can't say I will never own one.
Passionate dislike for the SG.
I will own one if I'm buying it for 25 cents on the dollar. You know what I mean? And I'm going to buy it. It's going to sit in the case, and then I'll flip it. So we had a question from Simon Williams out of Bristol, UK. Hey, Shane from In the Blues is in the house.
Hey, Shane.
In the Blues in the house. See that? Ding ding ding. Yeah, he was saying how his Telly is headstock heavy. And I was like, what? You know, Fenders are known for balanced guitars, especially the Telly and Strat.
Yeah, I've never really come across a diving Fender.
But there's a couple of things we were thinking was, I got to find out the hair. Well, I think it's Japanese. So, hey, if you're still in the chat, Japanese Tellys, 80s, do you know what woods they used? Were they ash?
The Babcock Telly, an 80s Japanese.
Yeah. Is it ash? If you had an ash body Telly that weighs about what my 71 does, and you have a thicker neck as well, not like my thin, spindly little neck, that could tip it. And as you know, you build alder body Tellys. They're all going to weigh 7.2 to 7.4 pounds. You build swamp ash bodies, they can range from 5.8 to 8.8.
I don't think they're ash, though.
That's why I'm wondering.
It doesn't seem cost effective to ship the ash to Japan.
Right.
They're basically, essentially their own sort of individual.
Ash was considered a garbage wood until guitar players or guitar builders started using it.
Yeah. I don't think it is. I don't think it is an ash body.
Actually, yeah.
It weighs.
Shane as well, if you know. I just thought of that. Shane probably sees more Japanese stuff than we do.
Very true. Very true.
No, so you're just tuning in for the time. Thanks everyone. That's from David Ennis. Michael Bishop's in the house. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, how can a Telly be headstock heavy unless it's a combination super fat neck, which would add yeah, like it'd have to be all the above. You know, like heavy tuners, brass nut, thick 50s, and the super light ash body, or comparable super light wood.
I mean, it's entirely possible, I guess.
Yeah. So we're saying, like, Simon's not watching right now because it's 1:30 in the morning on a weeknight, so he's in bed. But I know he watches the replays, So, good morning, Simon, if you're watching with your breakfast.
Strap button location might be off.
Could be.
Like I'm just looking at
Yeah, like if it's too much up on top of the horn, right?
What would be wrong with this instrument to make it head dive? And like, yeah, that's the only the strap button is mislocated. But yeah, that's an intriguing mystery. You have to let us know.
Yes, that's correct. Zach Thong's saying the Charvel video, Tone King's collection, one of his Charvels was one he actually bought off Robert Baker. Not from Kingston, the YouTuber.
Not Rob Baker.
Robert Baker. Rob's dad? No.
I'm just like, is this deja vu? Didn't you two do this last week? Yeah, we know the Rob Baker bit's getting old. But
well, I'm going to mention it to him if I meet him at Gearfest. Which the Tone King is not going to Gearfest.
Did you ever get mistaken for Rob Baker from the Tragically Hip?
Oh, who? We never got that band in this country.
Yeah, no.
No, it's not a thin line either, Blues Manus guitar art. Yeah, I asked about that, so...
Much like ketchup chips, we never really felt the need for that down here.
Ooh, what? Huh? Artur 3. I ordered the US Fenders... Oh, it's a Strat. I thought he was finally getting a telly. He says, I don't know when I'll get it because of the upcoming holiday. Oh yeah, Sonic Blue with Rosewood fretboard. Yeah.
So close to being my green Strat.
So, I thought I'd be...
nonetheless. Don't get me wrong.
During, I think he mentioned it during our Metal Stage podcast, which sub to those guys. Scroll up. Sinner posted earlier, so give their channel a sub, or Jim Gidry as well. They were on last night, and R2R3 mentioned he was getting a Strat. I was a nice guy, because he's getting it from Sweetwater. I offered to pick it up for him. If you just wanted to wait a while. No, I'm not. I might be headed the opposite direction to Chicago, but we can hold it here for you, bud. He can play it. I will play it. X Music in Edmonton is closing, and a guitar signed by Rob from The Hip is up for silent auction, among others.
Oh, man.
Yeah, X Music's closing.
Man.
Another of the mom and pops falls.
Oh. Bummer.
You know where you don't have that problem?
East Coast.
No. Shane's neck of the woods in Australia. They don't have a major chain.
There, yeah, because they had a chain, but it went under, and now they're all...
God, I wish our chain would go under.
Or at least somebody else come in to keep them in check.
And he's not in chat. He mentioned how he didn't care for the name of the major retailer. Where'd you get a name like that? Well, I'm like, well, you do realize it's two dudes, right? That's where they got the name. Yeah.
Jack and Jack.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it sucks. L&M bought them. Yeah, because
that's the worst.
Yeah, because I remember Axe Music was one of the few mom and pops that stood out on the interweb for guitar, and you get your musician's friend, Sweetwater,
and then Axe Music.
Axe, yeah, they had an amazing selection.
We used to sell to them when I worked for Bangladesh, so it's kind of disappointing.
Jeez, that's more like 9 days, Bruce. He's like, congratulations to R2R3. You now have a new guitar to show off in 2 weeks. I'm like, yeah, well, that's pretty much weekend, 9 days, yeah. Or 10 days. Ooh, I almost cursed. What is with Canadian live stream and vapes? That's the question. All right, so who else vapes, Shane? Nelson from Wodesso Guitar Mods, he vapes, but he never vapes in his videos because he must edit it out. But I've seen him on live streams and he's been vaping. Of course, I'm like looking close. I think he's using an Anoken system.
I don't know. Just like
Clive 54 says me. Metal Stage Podcast. Duh. Yeah, Adam EVH. Thank you. Yeah. How I didn't put two and two together there. See, yes, but also Adam uses the earbuds, so you totally hear it too, right?
If you look back in classic Canadiana of, say, the Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Yeah.
There's just two Canadian cats, two Canucks, just sitting around shooting the breeze.
Yeah.
drinking some
smoke.
pints and hacking darts, right?
Yeah.
But now we've reached a day and age where we know that much as that's a classic pastime,
It's all good,
not
Shane.
so great for your health, apparently. So a lot of us are trying to switch over to these doohackies.
He says, but Shane, you can bust our balls anytime.
Nah, come on now. It's all good.
We can handle it. Yeah, R2 or 3.
Yeah, no,
Triple S or HSS?
Bob and Doug McKenzie, man. Pints, darts. Forget about it.
Pints and darts. Pints and darts.
Get some beers, some darts.
Wow, let's go back to the show notes. I had no notes before like 4 p.m. today.
And then last minute, Graham.
Yeah, pretty much.
Show.
Did that. Can't talk about that yet. The news I told you earlier about the meeting today. Yeah, we can't talk about that. However, finally he's starting to comprehend what's going on. So when he has a major announcement like a new brand, he's going to do it on our channel. Like whether it's going to be live or we'll all swing to Kingston. Yeah. Sorry, but guys, you know how it is. We're not.
You'll be the first to hear.
Yeah.
Before anybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, one of our moderators is in on it because I had to let go to him today because I got a voicemail regarding the meeting and how it went. And I can say, yes, by the way, in case he is watching, Sean Lewis from Arden's Music, congrats. You know how each year he goes down for the Fender thing?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that's only invitees from the top 100 retailers in North America. So he's in the top 100 for all of North America. Not bad for no population density.
He moves the Fender.
And forget, even if we don't even count the Kingston location, before he had that, he was still going down there prior to the opening of the Kingston location. Yeah. So kudos, Sean Lewis.
Congrats,
for a mom and pop that's still in the top 100 retailers.
Man, he moves the Fenders, man.
No, granted, I hope it's not like L&M, Guitar Center. That's considered just 2 retailers. Because then it'd be hard pressed to get 100 others, I bet, nowadays. Yeah. So he's off, in 2 weeks, he's off to Palm Springs and then a tour of the Fender factory. All on Fender's dime. So he said, they're very serious meetings, which I guess, it's not all rubbing elbows and martinis because they're there to do business. They're flying you in. I guess they browbeat you a little at times if you're not performing in certain areas and stuff, which, again, they're a major guitar company. They can kind of do that, especially if they're flying you out on their dime. You know that's going in. But, it's been positive, and so... Oh, I forgot to ask him about the Parallel Universe guitars. They should be coming in at some point. Jeez, you ordered them in January.
Yeah, I would be thinking they should be not so far off. What was it? Oh, I was talking today with a fellow guitarist at work. And he was saying on the... that's what it was. It was the new PRS...
Silver Sky?
Chunfire, or whatever it is.
Not the...
Yes, the...
Okay.
Yeah.
His guitar?
Yeah. We won't say bad things.
The guy who has more women at his shows than men, and he's supposedly a shredder. Well, not shredder, but good guitar player. Whatever.
But so anyways. That particular instrument is being reviewed in this month's Guitar World, and I was looking at it, and I scoffed and made a couple cracks about it.
I gotta check out that Jack White article.
And then the other guitar player, he's just kind of like, you know what's funny? He's like, of all the guitar companies getting just terrible press in the last, 6 months or so for bad decisions or controversial decisions or what have you, he's like, Fender's doing pretty good, eh? No flops really late, nothing to say bad, running good press, good quality, no really wonky, stupid instruments that nobody wants. It's a good time to be Fender right now.
Fender Blacktop, Sonic Blue. You ever heard of it?
Yes.
Thoughts? Blackie DX just
I almost bought one.
There you go. So they're good? Tell them about it. Blackie's looking at one.
The only thing that held me back from buying it was I wanted buying a Jazzmaster instead. But otherwise, I'd probably have that Strat and probably still own it because I wanted a Sonic Blue Strat with a maple neck. And there it was, the Sonic Blue Strat with a maple neck. humbuckers, nice sounding humbuckers. Not as hot as, well, I guess they're actually the exact same humbuckers as what's in your telly, but I don't know. Maybe
Yeah, I got the black top.
they might have just been set lower than they, or my memories.
Yeah,
or my memory's just failing me because I only ever.
I don't know if they
played it,
were
like,
still
once
high.
or twice.
Yeah, I don't know if they pumped the output out yet on them. Well, then again, mine's 2015, so it's only 3 years later.
But yeah, really nice Stratty. You can get tones like for that scooped quacky sound. I didn't like the coil tap position that much. I've never been a big fan of coil tapped humbuckers because I don't think they sound single coily enough. They'll do the trick, but
Later, Clive 54 has to head out.
good evening.
Have a good evening, bud. Thanks for tuning in again. It's, I think the second or third time I've seen his name pop up. Awesome. I think he caught the end of last week for some reason.
Right, yeah, in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah. Bruce wants to let us know he's wearing his Canucks with Guitar shirt to support the show.
Okay, brother.
Well aware, because I did a 3-hour video chat with him today. It's all good, buddy. Wow, we got 15 thumbs ups. That's more than we got people watching. So they like us and they leave. That's fine. Let's see here. I saw something. Crap.
But yeah, if you don't mind me asking, what are they asking for the black top strap? Like, what kind of price tag are we talking on it?
Somebody's talking Tex-Mex pickups. I think that's in R2s.
Ooh, wow, those are old. Do they still make the Tex-Mex pickups? I haven't seen a pair of those in anything in years.
Sorry, what?
The Tex-Mex.
Oh yeah, they don't put them in. Well, no, U.S. built only.
Do they? Yeah,
I think it's only U.S.
those
now.
in anything in
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, where's the over there?
Oh, they throw them in everything with
Classic vibes, with or without Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex! Ah! Tex-Mex! Ah! Mustang with the Tex-Mex! Ah! Telly with the Tex-Mex! Ah!
Yeah.
Strat with 2 Tex-Mexes! Ah!
Yeah.
It's like Spanish food advertising. Everything's just like multiple exclamation points of excitement.
Okay,
Dos
Scott.
queso bujeras!
Okay, apparently Bruce is telling us to settle down. Scott Nickerson, got to take the girls to dollar store. Hopefully you'll still have, if not, take care all. I'm sure you'll catch the rest on replay.
If not,
Yeah, we'll be on for a good half hour anyway, so if you can make her there and back in half an hour, bud, give her. Give her. And there's no E in give her.
No, just
G-I-V apostrophe R. What else do we got here? The Fender CN60s lists is great for cheap. I don't know what that is. Maybe that was a mistype, Hunter. I don't know what you're meaning by that. Let's see.
yeah.
Scott saying farewell. Buying another Strat. Yeah. You should have a Strat, but you don't need a Strat. You only need one.
Yeah, you need a Strat.
He
Everybody
said-
should have a Strat. Much like the venerable Telecaster.
Yeah, he said he just couldn't find a
should have
comfortable
both.
telly. Oh, speaking of which, I watched a review on one of the Parallel Universe tellies.
Okay.
So they're going to be priced about the same as an Elite.
Yeah, which makes sense.
So they've added something to it, and part of the Parallel Universe is like, it's supposed to be like Parallel Universe where certain things. They put an arm cut in it. They put an
Bizarro World telly.
Yeah, and a belly cut and an arm cut.
Doesn't yours have a belly cut and an arm cut?
No, they only do belly cuts on tellies. This is the only model that has an arm cut.
I'm pretty sure I've played a telly with an arm cut before.
Why do you think all my tellies are worn down on those corners? Because that corner, you want a telly? Look at the corners worn out on it. Those upper horns all get worn down because they just grind away. Yes, I haven't checked out your video yet, Jim Guidry, but actually I was going to play it for Rich because I'm sure it's good.
No, you're right. I think I've only ever played tellies that have a belly cut. I don't think I've played a telly that has a
Bruce
belly
says
cut.
Strats have the arm cuts. Search, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, the Parallel Universe is the first telly to have an actual arm relief.
How about that?
Yeah, I love the idea. Make it even more comfortable and lighter. And
Thing is, I'd want the compromise. I would want no belly cut, but have the arm.
but have the arm cut.
Because I don't like a Tele with belly cut. To me, a Tele should be an uncomfortable guitar to play. It should be a guitar to remind you it's there. Like, it's not meant to, like, push you
you're playing on an end
and
table.
you and be all, ooh. No, it's meant to, I'm a utilitarian. I'm a freaking coffee table. If I wasn't a guitar, I'd have been a coffee table in life. I'm here to serve. It's not meant to be a comfortable guitar. It's meant to function and do its job and sit irritatingly in your ribs. You're meant to feel sore after a night of playing a Telecaster.
The amount of times I burnt my forearm on a Telecaster.
You're meant to scrub your skin off. Not as bad as you do on a 335. Woo!
Because
I've never worn myself raw on the Tele yet, but every time I played the 335 on
you have binding on the 335, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, same as Les Paul. Same thing with Les Paul.
Just rub myself raw.
Yeah. Well, sorry.
That
Worse.
Sounds great.
J Tercer was the easiest because it's basically a thin-bodied. The standard was second worst. The custom, that extra half-inch just pushes out the burning. Yeah.
Oh, and then you start getting the sweat into it, and it gets even worse.
Yeah. Or like on that gold top I got from him, there's a gap there because there was a.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's just great.
Oh, that rips you up.
Yeah, that was really shredding me.
I chewed myself ears with that guitar.
Yeah. And when I started relicking it, I took that whole corner right down.
Feather that out.
Yeah. I've almost got an arm cut in that thing at this point. All right, here's one, and this is for the chat as well. Biggest underrated and overrated guitar, in your opinion. Oh. It's all about opinion, folks. So if you want to put, let's say...
let's hear some of this answer.
Yeah, like, if you want to put, like, for underrated, O equal, or overrated, O equals, and then let's say, Gibson Les Paul, underrated, so just U equals, or so you don't have to type out underrated and overrated. But what do you guys consider the biggest overrated and underrated guitars?
Oh, jeepers.
I have one that's going to cause a stir.
Now...
Hey, Showman.
Do we have to specify the reason why I'm giving it an overrated?
If you want.
Okay. It's like...
Yeah, that Kingdom Come video was good, Blackie, that Jimmy Guidry did. Is there a difference between Tex-Mex pickups and Texas Special pickups? John Parson. That's a new name in the chat, is it not? Welcome, John.
I recognize it. Evening, John. I could be mistaken, but if I'm not, the Tex-Mex is the hotter of the two.
Yeah.
And is better as a distorted pickup as opposed to clean, whereas the Texas Specials are...
Yeah, it's almost like when you're trying to like the Fender amps, like the Blues Deluxe, the Hot Rod Deluxe, the Hot Rod DeVille, the Blues DeVille. They're all... like, we're talking minute amounts of difference in gain.
Similar, and they do similar jobs.
Yeah.
So
we got a vote for Les Pauls being overrated. Overpriced, definitely.
And you see, that's...
We have a vote in the overrated for a gem, but it's a nice guitar, but he thinks they're overrated.
I don't even think they're rated.
Underrated. Ooh. So John Parson, first time we've heard from him, he says overrated is the Les Paul, underrated the GNL ASAT.
I like this guy.
Wow. Showman. Just went for blanket.
Alright, let's go.
Biggest overrated. EVH USA. You know what? I'll say most pretentious. What other company you build to order? Like Kiesel, yeah, they build to order, but it's kind of, they're strictly custom shop, right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
These guys just have a 2-month wait time because, and so, and biggest underrated? Fender Mim. Just across the board, Fender Mim. Showman.
Yes. Showman, yeah.
Boom! He's like dropping those truth bombs.
Yeah. I'll agree with both of those.
Bruce just agrees with Showman. Blackie DH. Les Paul not overrated, just overpriced. Exactly. Yeah.
See, that's where after everyone's like, Les Paul. I'm like, really? Like, I can understand how the Les Paul is considered to be such an overrated guitar because it's such an iconified guitar. But at the same time, nothing does the job that a Les Paul does better than a Les Paul does.
Yeah.
You're not going to plug anything else just straight into a Marshall and get the job done the way plugging a Les Paul into a Marshall gets the job done.
R2,
but is it overrated?
Yeah.
But only because of its iconic, pedestal it's been put on. And the bloody price tag. Let's not kid ourselves.
All right, so we're having some confusion in the chat. R203 is who is Hulk Hogan, which it says Hogan. That's his work login.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So, see, I knew, because for once, because Showman, he'd come in, and it's only, he'll do an obscure greeting, but only under that account. So I'm like, you're new. Are you a troll? What's going on here, And then it's like, it's me, Showman. I'm like, you got me again, Showman. Zach Thong says overrated Epiphone guitars. I can respect that opinion in the set. How many times, don't buy a Gibson, just buy an Epiphone, they're just as good, and they're like a tenth the price. You get that. Which, does that make them overrated?
All right, that inflated.
I would say.
Self-inflated.
Yeah, you can say they're overrated. If people are saying they're the exact same as a Gibson, no matter how crap the build quality is on a Gibson Les Paul, they're still superior in hardware alone, in pickups, to an Epiphone, for the most part.
What I'd say to that is, I understand the overrated in that sense of like how many times someone's like, oh, that phone's just as good. And you know what? If to you don't feel and like connect with the difference, then save yourself like $2,000 and buy the bloody Epiphone. I mean, come now. That's simple economics.
If you don't feel or hear the difference,
I've got a cheap Gibson. I've got a bottom of the line.
And it still plays better than most of the Epiphones we've owned. Great. You had to put work into it to do it.
It's just like I'm not even sure what the word is to describe it, but it's just like you feel the difference. You pick it up and you're like, oh yeah, this is way. I had a beautiful Epiphone Les Paul. It was a beautiful, magnificent instrument to behold. It played wonderfully. I never had any complaints with it. It sounds Epiphone Les Paul-y, and it was great. But you pick that Gibson up and you're just like, oh yeah,
Interesting. Okay.
But that being said, my Epiphone 335 there, with a set of Gibson humbuckers in it, I will put that toe-to-toe with a Gibson Studio any day of the week, because it has the exact same humbuckers as that guitar.
Yeah.
And I would put that guitar toe-to-toe with a Gibson Studio any day of the week, and it might come out of the ring not being the champion in the fight, but it's not going to come out with a black eye. Mm-hmm. It's going to come out going all 10 rounds.
So I'm curious, Bumblebest.
So that I will say about the Epiphones is
based on Bumblebest's statement, which I'm going to read in a moment. I'm curious, do you hang out with a lot of guitar players and stuff like that? And the reason I mention that is I hear it from the YouTube community. I hear it from fellow players, especially on local level. Mm-hmm. He says, Epi don't have much hype, just cheap price. I was like, no, that's where I'm hearing it is. We play a gig with 4 other bands, every one of which has at least one Epiphone Les Paul between the 2 guitar players in the band, of course. Mm-hmm. They're prevalent everywhere. And they're the big defender of all things Epiphones. Oh, this is good. I win, And it's usually the ones that are kind of young and a little bit ego, too. Whereas the older guys are like, nah, it's not the same as a Gibson.
I've got a Gibson. I want to bring it out.
I've owned both.
I want to bring it out to play in this bar for the $50.
Well, put it this way. I owned a 72 Les Paul. I'm not bragging. I'm saying the fact that was considered some of the dark years of Gibson's quality and crap. And that was still a far superior guitar than any Epiphone I've ever owned. And we're talking with modern CNC and all that. Now,
that being said, Gibson has stuck their name on some things that were fantastic. Have you ever heard of a Gibson Sonax? I mean, every time I see one pop up for
Showman just bought a Gibson Blues Hawk.
$1,700 or something ridiculous.
The Blues Hawk?
Yes, the very, very rare Blues
25.5-inch scale.
Mini.
Yeah, Showman got one.
Kind of violin Les Paul-y, but
I don't know about that.
It looks like a stretched out skinny Les Paul.
No, it's the Strat of Les Pauls. It's got 25.5-inch scale length for one thing, and I believe 3 pickups.
Yeah, and it's got the slanted pickup in it. And yeah.
Yeah, Showman picked one up.
Yeah.
He's looking for info on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a rare bird.
Yeah.
Much better than a Sonax.
Let's see here. We've got also not overrated but overpriced. PRS USA. The SE line is awesome. Just traded for one. Blackie DH says that.
That's my overrated and overpriced pick.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything negative about them as guitars. I've never played one that's blown me away. I've never played one where I've been like, this is transcendent. This is the ultimacy. This is the new level of what guitar building should be. And I don't know if it's just I've never played the right one. Or I just haven't found the magical PRS
I think they
yet,
kind of screwed up by making their import line too good. Like, talk about the Epiphone Gibson thing.
The SEs are fantastic.
For someone who isn't a PRS guy,
I'd buy an SE.
Well, and it's like a Wolfgang. I can't tell the difference until I read the country of origin because they all look the same to me.
The SE on the headstock.
Well, yeah, but barring that. You know. But even then, I got to even remember that means Asian import.
But you know what? The SEs are fantastic instruments.
Most underrated, Dean guitars.
You know what? I'll go with that.
Joe Heidig would agree with that.
Because I used to... I do say terrible things. I don't like pointy guitars. And I know Dean doesn't make pointy guitars.
You own a Dean.
Which I love.
Underrated?
Is a freaking awesome
Underrated.
Severely underrated.
Well, there you go.
The point I'm getting to. Because guys like me just write them off as being the stupid pointy guitars and forget that they make some really, really fantastic contemporary
like Ibanez. You know, you think of them as pointy, but then you like RGs, but you think
incredible hollow bodies.
They make some amazing jazz boxes.
Yeah.
You know, and they're single.
You know what? I will totally agree. Dean definitely makes the list for underrated.
So
no
Dry
questions.
Heat 480.
No questions there. They make the list for underrated.
All right, I'm gonna put in. Wow, the chats are coming in here. Wow. All right, mine. And I'm going to ruffle a few feathers, possibly.
Here we go.
Some folks in the chat, especially someone who recently shot some review videos from this company. And I heard it, and this is what made me think of it, because I heard during his hangout, somebody was, I think, claiming that they are a very undervalued and underpriced guitar, whereas I think the complete frickin' opposite. I wouldn't pay half what they want for them new. Dane Electro. Dane Electro is a $200 freaking guitar. They're not worth $800. They're not worth $600 US. They're not worth a freaking grand. They're a flippin' Sears guitar. They're entry level.
We have a winner.
Thank you. Don't leave me hanging. Dane Electros. Sure, they look cool. They may sound cool. They ain't worth the money.
Oh no!
Remember where we were on the Dano website a few months ago? I was like, oh, that one's cool. I'm like, what is it, $279? And you're like, no, it's like $900. I'm like, who the F would play $900 for a Dane Electro?
That's the whole reason I have a Dean that I had to import from a dealer in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, because I refused to buy a Dane Electro 12 string. They were the only 12 strings you can get in Canada for under $1,000.
So there you go.
Dane Electros are cool. They're funky. They're awesome. They are about 3 times the price they actually should be. That's a perfect overrated pick, man. Oh, that just made my day. That's almost as good as the French guy farting and lighting his cat on fire. Nice. That was the previous day maker.
Okay, apparently Showman just realized that he's in his work account. So, yep. That's why I explained it, Showman.
So your underrated pick? Because I don't think the Dane Electro pick ruffled any feathers at all.
I don't know.
It certainly tickled me.
I'm going to come back on the underrated because I want to check the chat here for one thing. People think Epiphone is underappreciated. Somebody mentioned Epiphone's semi-hollow bodies are great guitars. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're fantastic.
Yeah, I agree on that.
Absolutely fantastic instruments.
Bruce is talking about his 2017 Epi with all the fun stuff. Yeah, it was Inventive Madness. I think you're new. Awesome. Welcome.
Hey there.
Either that or I just don't remember the name. Epiphone semi-hollows are great guitars. Yep. Even if you do break the headstock off twice.
That's a testament to the being great guitars, is that you can put the headstock back on twice.
Let's see, show me.
Still
Another
plays awesome.
underappreciated was the Heritage guitars.
Yes!
Yep, they're still handmade at the old Gibson plant. Well, they were. Didn't they just tear down that plant like a few weeks ago?
Yeah, Heritage has moved a couple blocks away or across town or something like that. I was reading the article like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, Bumblebest, true. He says, I know a bunch of touring musicians, and they tour with cheapos because of theft and damage. These are hired guns, though. I was the same way until recently. More because I couldn't afford a good guitar. But I remember back in the day, I'm going to say in the 80s, a lot of guys, you had your favorite Telly or Les Paul that you recorded with. You would go to a builder like Ed Roman, and he'd build a clone replica of your number one. So you'd see, like, I'd see a lot of stuff out in Nashville because my dad played in a country band in the 80s. And you'd see, you know, like, one of these, somebody's birthday, 4 guys on stage with Tellys. They all say Fender on the headstock. Not one of them is an actual Fender Telecaster. Because they're all built by some luthier in Nashville. And
then they're all
the names are all escaping me off the
number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but I know Ed Roman used to build a lot of those custom guitars too, and do that. So, let's see here. Ben, I just read that. All right, Montgomery Ward catalog guitar. Yeah, exactly.
For underrated or overrated?
I think that's no. I think that's in reference to the Dana Electros.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then an LOL. Okay, now it's the real me. Oh yeah, that's Showman. Hello again. All right.
Hey, buddy.
Hello again.
Welcome back.
Mark Taylor's in the house. I bought a brand new Dano in 1998 for $100, $125 on eBay. See, that's what you pay for a Dano.
That's what a Danny Electro should cost.
Yeah.
It's.
I'm going to hear about this when Michael Smith, that's one of his favorite guitars, is his Dano.
There's nothing wrong with them. They're fun. They're funky. They're awesome. They sound like nothing else does. But they're like 3 times the price they actually should be realistically.
Oh, okay. Inventive Madness was Blues Mania Guitar. He did the exact same thing as Showman had. The second browser on the go with a different login.
There we are.
Awesome. All right.
Mystery solved.
So I didn't break the chat. Apparently you guys aren't going to be all defensive. Underrated. Underrated. All right. I have one. Because I played one for a while. And I hate to admit, Axel guitars.
Yeah, I'll accept that.
So I played an Axel, what was it, a Badwater, I think it was called? Yeah, Badwater 1216, I think it was called.
Yeah, they're Les Paul.
Kind of a relic Les Paul. Retailed for about $400 or $500 US.
Yeah, something like that.
They would CNC and prep the bodies in China for assembly, send them to California for the final build where they added the hardware, hand-wired pickups. And a $500 guitar. And those pickups sounded amazing.
They were
That's
hot.
the one thing I regret with the divorce is that she ended up with that guitar. I'd still be gigging with that damn guitar. If I had it in mind. And a beautiful cut, Access, like the way they cut it was so similar to the
it's
Access
like
Les Paul.
Yeah, really interesting neck cut.
Speaking of which, that Fibson Access may be coming across the bench. It's got a ground issue.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you were requiring it.
Are
you buying the whole collection of them?
Yeah, maybe. I may eventually. Who knows? Yamaha guitars underrated. Yeah.
Yep.
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 Yeah. Okay. So Axel
no
is 8XL. I think it's just 3.
Yeah,
I don't even know if they're still in business. They have zero social media presence.
I haven't seen anything in a long time from them.
Yeah, the one I played it was a whitewash. So yeah, if you ran a coin along it, it would scratch or tarnish the surface. All heavy patinaed hardware. Looked like that kind of
steampunk Les Paul.
Yeah, kind of a coppery finish you would see on cabinet knobs and hinges and stuff. Great guitar. Great guitar. Yeah, left some serious buckle rash because it was a whitewash. I remember my belt buckle was just gouging out the back because there's no hard finish. Mm-hmm. So there's a bunch of. I bet you the duct tape patch I put on is still on because I bet you the thing still hasn't been played But I digress. Yeah, Axel, AXL. I don't think it's AXEL. Oh, maybe it is AXEL.
Is it? I thought it was just AXL.
Well, there you go. Lots of them on Reverb for $99. See, I don't need to know this.
There we go.
Because that opens up a whole... Because they have a whole line of guitars I'd like.
I wanted one of their juniors, one of their double cutaway juniors.
Yeah,
and
they did a telly.
Mm-hmm.
A variety of tellies.
Yeah, no, they looked like some pretty sharp instruments. I don't think the whatchamacallit's music ever had another one in. They just had that.
No, because they got, I think it was one of those estate sales where they bought a bunch of. Yeah, wasn't it? Yeah, a guy was buying out estate sales and then he was consigning them through the Pitcher's Paradise.
There we go.
Should go in there again sometime.
Yeah, so I guess for my picks, overrated.
Can you top a Dano? Well, there is a company that used to sell $90 guitars that's now selling $9,000 guitars.
We won't go there. Overrated. My gut tells me to go with PRS. But there is a big part of me that just kind of wants to stir the pot. But yeah, no, I'm PRS. They just...
Yeah.
I understand the idea behind them being so expensive and they're really fancy and nice and and the innovation and technology that went into the R&D and blah, blah. But at the end of the day, I mean, just come on now. They're not that
Mark
nice.
Taylor agrees with you. Okay, it's not that Mark Taylor. This Mark Taylor vapes.
There we are. And as far as underrated, I don't know if it's so much underrated as much as they get a bad rap.
Yeah.
Ibanez.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Bang for the buck.
you cannot beat them.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
Their quality, like, if you're getting it from a reputable dealer, I've never played a bad Ibanez.
Mm-hmm.
I've played bad Ibanez guitars that have come from unscrupulous or not necessarily the greatest of dealers.
I agree, Blues Manus. Underrated. Squires.
Totally.
See, now, I would say up until...
Squire has a wide spectrum, and I think that's where they get a bad
I'm going to
rap.
say up until 3 or 4 years ago, remember, it was before they started jacking up prices, on sale you could get a Squire Affinity Strat like Taft's, $125 Canadian. So that's about $100 US. And they played great.
Oh, yeah.
The ones below it, the Starcaster and the Bullet, forget. But the Affinity one was
I had
decent...
a Affinity Telly at one point.
Yeah.
It was a great instrument.
Yeah.
Hardware was obviously left a lot
let
to
alone
be
the
desired.
Squire custom vibes and their classic vibes.
That's where it is. See, the Squire custom vibe or classic vibe and the vintage
Me too, Bruce.
modified series. Both of those on par,
Yep, the
quality wise, with
vintage
anything
modifieds,
you're gonna get. Like,
Well, the modern player. The modern player walk away
Almost-
from. But they
almost-
had the Fender name on them too, and they were crap, in my opinion.
yeah, they're
I wanted to like them, and it's funny, like that
they're
Strat.
hit and miss. I mean, my modern player is a great instrument.
Yeah,
The only thing wrong with it is the hideous paint job.
I think they're hit and miss because.
like Ashley's.
Like the Strat.
Great
Yeah,
instrument.
great.
Yours.
Well, you had the Strat that I played over Terry's for years, and I seemed okay with it.
Which I wound up buying.
Yeah, and I
And
bought
I
it.
wound
wait,
up hating.
I bought it for one practice, and it barely lasted that one practice. And I went, well, it's going in the case. And you're like, what? Didn't you just buy that today? I'm like, yep. And then I got rid of it to you, and it lasted one gig, and it was falling apart. It fell apart during the gig. I remember. You remember the one pickup fell down inside the guitar somehow,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
breaking
yeah.
strings.
Well, that the fact I just like the high E string, like it felt like it was always coming over the side of the fretboard every time you fretted it.
Actually, oh no. No, it was a different.
I really wanted to
crap!
like
It was this. Was that the same gig that you played? No, it was 1 year difference, wasn't it? that you had the Strat and I had the Modern Player Tele, because I was like, was it literally the same gig? We were both playing Modern Players and they were both falling apart during?
No.
It was the same gig, but 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the first year your Tele fell apart, and then the second year I had the
Strap.
I was playing with the 2 Strats that night.
Yes, you were. Because I was Les Pauling it
the
up.
The only gig I'll ever play with 2 Strats.
Yep.
It's the only time I have owned.
Yeah, because I had. Yeah, I used the Les Paul for the last one. I played the Gold Top.
You know what? I really wanted to keep that guitar just because it's one of those guitars I knew was going to be worth money down the road because
All
even
mahogany.
though it's made in China, say what you will.
That thing was built well.
How many times are you going to find an all mahogany body Stratocaster with an HSH setup?
Yeah.
2-point vintage style tremolo.
Yep.
Like, it had a lot going for it. I could not build a relationship with that guitar for the life of me.
And I got, I was talking about, I think Bruce had me talk about my Modern Player Tele. Yeah, I gave the story of the Mexican Tele. How I got the Mexican Tele. Because, it's a 10-15 minute story.
The road to the Mexican Tele.
Yeah, the road to the Mexican Tele. And, yeah, so those Modern Player Teles, I had, we figured 2 band practices in 1 show, 10 hours playing time on it. The frets were dented. Those that weren't dented were lifting out of the fretboard.
Yeah, she was a roughing.
And then she got dropped. And then she got replaced. And I will say Fender stepped up on that deal, because
Fender stepped up.
I realized I ended up with that Mexican Tele for, for half price. Half retail price, more or less. Once I got my deal on the lower price point guitar, and then they said they shouldn't have said any Mexican. They should have said a Mexican standard Tele. They should have. But no, they said any Mexican. So I took the $819 HH.
Yeah.
And that thing served me well. That thing, I love that guitar.
But to the Ibanez, though, is that much like the Squires and that, is the upper end Ibanez get a bad rap for the lower end.
And before I forget, Fender Guru, I will message you tomorrow about what we were talking about yesterday. I keep forgetting. I saw his name and I'm like, yes. It was the thing I was telling you about earlier. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Blues Manus, I got a 2017 Affinity Tele demo. Check it out. You'll be seriously surprised. Awesome. I don't know if I'm already subbed to your channel, but I should be. I think I am. Fender Guru, I had a 50s Custom Vibe Strat 2. Block Shane does a review of the PRS SE. He actually bought it. Cool. There are some nice Squires, but still something about the neck that feels weird to me, even the nicer ones, Showman says. Yeah. Chinese Modern Player, not worth the money.
Yeah. Again,
I thought I already was, Zach.
Great.
If not, I will later, Zach. I can't really from my phone right now. It's a hassle. Let's see. I think the Classic Vibe, that's nice, but still it felt weird. Okay. Hey, David Ennis, rocking up. Yeah, didn't David Ennis got a gloss black Wolfgang this week? That's right.
Slick.
I did the math because I think he mentioned he was getting it tomorrow, but that was on Tuesday. So then it should, No, there you go, Zach. You got 2 more subs. Bruce and R2. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
They are our bodyguards on the channel. Let's see. So, yeah, that... Oh, shoot. We should mention the contest.
Yeah.
1 week left.
Contest going on.
And we've already been going over an hour. See what happens with good conversation. All right, so the contest. If you're on Facebook, join the Canucks with Guitars Facebook group. If you're already a member, post a picture of your favorite guitar strap. We'll like them. Whoever has the most likes wins. If you're not on Facebook, like your name's Showman Blues or R2 or 3 Locking Nut and they're antisocial, that's fine. You can email us at canuckswithguitars@gmail.com. Just send a little blurb, hey, then R2 just texted me. Same thing, because he's got my number. And then I just posted, hey, here's R2 or 3 Locking Nuts, straps, vote accordingly. Wow, we hit 23 viewers for a second there.
Awesome.
Yeah, so the contest will announce the winner 1 week from tonight.
1 week from tonight?
And
So
then...
not next week, but the week after. Or next week.
Next week.
1
week from tonight.
Forget what I just said. We'll announce it next week. I'm special.
So 1 week from tonight, we'll announce the winner, and then I will go live. Possible? Oh yeah, because I got to get the suit crap done. I was planning on doing that. Oh no, I'm doing that this coming Monday.
And so you're going live suit shopping?
No.
Oh.
No, but I thought since I'm in the neighborhood,
I don't know if anyone wants to see you trying on the suit.
No, I was thinking more. I would go down the street to Arden's because I'm going to go live, and we'll have 4 straps set up, and whoever jumps in the chat will actually vote on the winner's strap. There is one candidate that's leading. We're not saying who it is because I haven't seen him in the chat yet today. Which is weird that we haven't seen him. He just recently got a wrench on the channel too. Oh, boom, 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 boom. Let's see. Hated each other last week. I was playing Defender. 1 week left. Yes. Well, that's not good. Cardiac catheter this morning. Showman had to get.
Jesus. Did I hear that, brother?
Yeah. Showman's vintage. Are you going to be in the chat later on Landon's channel? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, unless Landon sent me an email asking me to jump in, which I don't think he has. No, I didn't think he would. I was on the last one, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that was where we did the show. I went home and did that show till midnight. Yeah, I'll be watching Lando 27 Music. Give Landon a sub too, another fellow Canuck. Good stuff. So yeah, we covered that. Let's see. Contest, yeah. I'll just quickly check. Yeah, that's the one I want. With Johnny Bean holding it even.
That's pretty greedy.
It's the headstock. You know
it makes it. It really does.
I want that, folks. And I'm not talking Johnny Bean. I want the Bumblebee Wolfgang.
Now the Johnny Bean isn't a desirable fellow. Just
any other cool pics? Yeah, there's a bunch of. Yeah, you see, I already posted most of the stuff on the Metal Night and stuff like that. You know, me holding various Razorbacks and yeah. So I think that covers it. Yeah, unless you have anything to add, sir?
I do not.
All right. Well, I had a blast as usual. I hope everyone in the chat had a good time. Oh, okay, cool, Shane. Yeah, I'd totally jump in. Are you going to be on it too, Shane? Or yeah, I'd totally jump in, buddy. So I'll leave here and set up my laptop at home because I can't do Hangouts on my phone currently.
Yeah,
for some
kind of weird.
Yeah. Bruce, we good? Yeah, I think we're good, Bruce. No problem. I'll be out for the Friday Johnny Bean show. Yeah, Johnny Bean's on late Friday, folks. He won't be on until 10 p.m. Eastern. But you can either look at it as a late early show or an early late show because he usually does 2 shows on Fridays. He goes from 8 till 10 and then again midnight till, God knows, 4 hours later. Yeah, midnight till 4 a.m. Yeah, that's it. And he's like, oh, it's getting so tired, I'm getting so late here. And then I'm like, this poor Jay Hannon on the East Coast going, dude, it's 4 in the morning. I need to go to bed. I have a young child. So, yeah, everyone tune into Lando later. That should be a blast. Thank everyone for tuning in. There's just so many names here. So, I want everyone to have a safe and wonderful night. Be good to each other. What does I usually say? Hold those doors open for folks, like Dave Byron likes me saying. I haven't seen Dave Byron tonight, but he's probably gigging. Tone Bolts, just out of the blue. Fellow Aussie. And what else? Yeah, good luck, Showman. Hope you feel better, buddy. Yeah, hold those doors open. Let that guy in ahead of you in traffic. It's all about karma. Do good things. Good things come to you. That's shenanigans. Richard Shenanigans. Oh yeah, that's So everyone, have yourselves a wonderful night. I'll talk to you all soon. Either I'll be on camera, you're hanging in the chat, or I'm going to be in the chat hanging out with you guys on someone's channel. So, yeah, everyone have yourself a wonderful evening. You take care. We got band practice, what, Sunday, we decided? Sunday at 5-ish.
Sunday!
I will be going live at approximately 10 p.m. Eastern with guest Michael Smith on. You guys all know Michael Smith from Johnny's Late Show. Captain himself. We're going to have him on. And, yeah, do a little hangout.
Groovy.
So, yeah, I got Monday off work, so what the... hell, I can stay up late. Maybe I'll have a little moonshine. So, hey, Mitch, we're just ending. So, literally,
Hey.
we're about to sign off. Tune in to Lando 27
Bye-bye.
Music at 10:15, and we'll all hang out on there. So, it's quite... Sorry. No, it's quite all right, buddy. Just hit rewind. So, there we go.
Well, gang, it's been a slice, and until next week, take care.
Cheers. Rock on.